announce that thanks to everyone for your donations tonight to the Susan G. Coleman Passionately Pink Foundation. Give yourself a hand, folks. You raised over $600 just from your loose change tonight. Remember, you can come down to the concession area and make an online donation. For a $25 donation, you will get the pink shirts that we got at the table. Cash, check, or credit card will do. And thanks Kingwood Collins of 3C Reality Realty for your help tonight. Again, folks, thanks for your donations. They are very much greatly appreciated. Back deep for the Tigers again, 1, 3, and 8. Kelly McFarland.
Turner Stadium, Burt Brocker, Mark Johnson getting ready for this second half. Garcia will be getting the kickoff here to start the second half. Mustangs 27, Tigers 17.
What a first half we saw from the Mustangs. The Mustangs absolutely dominated on defense.
Garcia's quick will go out of bounds, leading the Tigers with the option.
Yeah, 27-17 score doesn't reflect how the defense played. Just like Bert said in the first half, a missed tackle that led to a long touchdown run, which, yeah, could have been avoidable. It looked like they were trying to strip the ball. And another rollout.
Looks like you're going to make them re-kick because you don't actually get the ball right there. And I was curious they will take the 5-yard penalty. So where the ball went out of bounds, they get an additional 5. So Conroe's going to take the ball at the 42-yard line here to start the second half.
Colby Kirsey, quarterback of the Tigers. Kirsey's pass is complete. Out to number 16, Darian Dock. Dock will pick up first down yardage. Brought down by number 22, DeWitt Thomas, along with number 32, Seth Robinson.
Now DeWitt Thomas on the tackle, the wide receiver / defensive back. DeWitt Thomas also a member of the state champion track team for Kingwood.
Inside handoff goes to number 33, Don Treldock.
A big pickup here for Conroe. They're going to get a first down well into Kingwood territory, down at about the 31.
Ball spotted on the 31-yard line. Seth Robinson in there on the stop for the Mustangs. Handoff again inside goes to Don Treldock.
There's another run and handoff.
Brought down by number 54, Zach Andrews, along with number 25.
Well, Zach Andrews, the center and defensive tackle for the Mustangs on the tackle. So a 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. Another handoff. It's going to get him close to a first down, but it looks like it's going to be pretty short.
Led by number 57, Ben Beckelman.
And the junior defensive end, Ben Beckelman, on the tackle.
Tigers have 32.
Tigers lining up in the shotgun. And the pistol formation. Looks like he'll get the first down. A quick pass out.
Kizzy's pass out complete to number 8.
He's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards on the play.
Jackson will pick up about 5 yards on the defense. Number 22, DeWitt Thomas.
And DeWitt Thomas on the tackle. Here's another handoff. The Mustangs are going to hold him from getting the first down as he picks up about 2 or 3 more yards.
On the stop, number 34, Spencer Goodman, along with number 60.
The junior linebacker Spencer Goodman on the tackle.
On the 13-yard line.
Handoff there, stacked up a little bit. Breaks the tackle. Ball's on the ground.
They just scramble for the football.
Conroe's going to recover it there.
Tigers recover. On that football, bouncing on the football, number 60, Captain Cody Brown.
Conroe very lucky right there, Mark.
Mustangs defense almost came up with another stop there. Actually almost took that ball right away from him. And the Tigers threatening to score here real early in the second half.
27 on the handoff, Thomas Shire.
Unfortunately, can't stop him here as Conroe will run this one in for a touchdown. So that'll make it 23-27. Mustangs still with the lead with the extra point on the way.
Number 12, Cameron Miller. The kicker, Cordell Vogel, number 10. Brothers kick
Kick is up and it's good.
It's actually wide.
They call
Right
that one
there,
wide?
wide right.
Maybe you're right, Bert. Maybe I am getting old. My depth perception is terrible up here. So wide right will be the call, 23-27. As that might be pretty big down the road. It's a 4-point lead. A field goal will do them no good. I mean, it is still early in the second half, but we do like overanalyzing things.
Back deep for your Mustangs, number 7, Daniel Ginavola, along with number 5,
Eric Hammersmith.
Vogel picks it up for the Tigers.
Giannovola's actually had 2 really good run backs. It'll be interesting to see which side Conroe kicks this to. Now it looks like they're going to kick it right towards him. It's going to be a short kick, though. Number 16 takes the ball there. Cuts up the middle, breaks a couple tackles. Riley Jewell going to get it up to 40, maybe the 41-yard line there. Another solid return, Mark.
Actually, a pretty interesting kick there by Conroe as he hit it right in between the 2 receivers, the 2 trying to make the reception or the catch rather, and it could have been really bad if there wasn't communication down there. They must have been talking to each other.
Randall Graves comes back out here to lead the offense here on the first possession of the second half. He's going to have Damian Young in the backfield with him here. Pitches the ball to Young, cuts back up, ducks his head down, gets a solid 5 yards right there.
Young works his way through to about a 4-yard gain.
Looks like they're going to spot him. Looks like he may have hit the ground and bounced a little bit there, so that'll bring up second down and 6.
Ball spotted on the 45-yard line.
Young gets a handoff again. Not going to pick up much there, maybe none. Boy, the Tiger defense swarmed there. Going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
Along with number 5, Damian Howard. For the Mustangs.
Handoff to Young. Going to be stuffed there for about a 3-yard loss. That's going to bring up 4th down, and we'll call it 8 yards. And Kingwood send out their punt team here.
So not much for the Mustangs on this series. They're going to have to punt it away.
They do not have anybody at all back to receive the ball here. This is an interesting formation. Coach Campbell calling in some different plays. 4 seconds to go. Gets it off. Got a punt off. End over end. It's going to take a Kingwood bounce. Ball's going to roll down. Excellent punt there. Excellent punt. Little high snap. Self did a great job of pulling it down there and getting the punt off. Really solid kick there by Robinson.
It's an interesting decision there by Conroe. It's not too often you don't see somebody in the backfield, at least one person, set to receive the punts.
Got 6:16 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Score 27 Mustangs, 23 the Tigers, and need a defense to step it up. That first possession, defense, they moved the ball on several running plays right there, and just defense is going to have to figure that out, make some adjustments themselves, because it clearly looked like Tigers came out of this house and made some adjustments.
So that'll bring us to another Deerwood Air Solutions timeout. So Deerwood Air Solutions located at 38 Wilson Road. Call 24-7-281-852-2778 or look them up online at humbleacrepair.com. Deerwood Air Solutions. You call, we come, you're cool. And Texan Live is also brought to you by Texan Drive. Head on over to the Texan dealerships located on Will Clayton and 59 for great specials and deals on new and pre-owned vehicles. Go in and ask for head coach Bert Brocker or shop Texan GMC, Buick, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram 24/7, TexanDrive.com. Clock ticking to 5:55. 27-23, Mustangs still up. Mustangs with all 3 timeouts still remaining. It's pretty close to a first down. And they're going to move the chains. It will indeed be a first down for Conroe. Conroe in a shotgun formation will hand the ball off. Kingwood will stop him dead in his tracks, maybe for a 2 or 3 yard gain. Junior Spencer Goodman with the tackle. Here's a throw, good for a first down as the pass is complete. Out close to the 40 of Conroe. And the Tigers going to have a fresh set of downs. .440 and ticking left in the third quarter. Another handoff up the middle. The Mustangs read him well. He's bouncing right off of several Mustangs, and finally he's brought down for about a 2 or 3 yard gain. There's DeWitt Thomas on another stop. Stopped dead in his tracks once again. So it'll be 3rd and 6. Mustang defense trying to come up with another stop, as they've been holding strong most of this game.
Mark, it's a big 3rd down right here.
Mustang certainly could use the stop.
Goes the running play. He's going to be real close to first down yardage right there. Looks like they've already waved the chains, so that's going to bring up a 1st and 10.
Spencer Goodman on the tackle, but not before the first down is applied.
Mark, and we've talked about it. This is kind of the Achilles heel. Kingwood's played really, really solid first halves. These offenses have come out and made adjustments the second half, so be real interested to see what defensive change Kingwood make. Looks like he's only getting about 3 yards right there. They kept him pinned inside, didn't let him bounce out and get to the edge, so, that's important right there because there was nobody on this outside if he would have got out there to the outside, so be interesting to see how Kingwood's defense looks like. The Tigers are going to more of a hurry-up style offense right now.
They are.
I realize that defense has been on the field now for most of this third quarter. Play action. That pass is going to be overthrown there, Mark.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Bert. This is one of those things where Kingwood needs to keep the momentum going from the
There
first
is a
half.
flag over there all the way across the field. Let's see what that's all about.
On that play by number 60, Yuri Shotwell.
Looks like Coach Campbell got a decision here. Not sure what it is yet. Looked like he pointed backwards, so it may have been a holding call. Illegal formation. That's an interesting 5 yards right there because it would have been 3rd and 7. Now it's going to be 2nd down and 12 here from the 46-yard line.
Wide open receiver overthrows him, or underthrows him. The receiver dove to try to catch it, but couldn't come up with it. No incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and 12.
We have a 3rd and 12 for the Tigers.
Kingwood lining their defense up here, 3rd and 12. Coming up for the Tigers.
Kingwood with a big break on that last play.
Back to throw. It's looking deep. Looked like he's going to air it out. Oh, my goodness, he caught that ball. Holy cow. Great job there to not let him score, though. Got his hand on it, bobbled it around, bounced 3 or 4 times.
Looked like that was Josh Slayton. Deflected that ball. We all thought it was an incomplete pass. Looked like he broke it up, and somehow it found the hands of the Conroe receiver for a big gain, taking it all the way down to the Mustang
13-yard line.
The 13-yard line.
go back to their bread and butter straight ahead.
He pulls his way down for about 4 or 5 yards. Number 54 is Zach Andrew in there for the Mustangs. It'll be 2nd and 5. Ball spotted down the 8-yard line.
Minute 42 to go here in the third quarter. Not much there on that play. Looks like he's going to pick up about 2 yards. That's going to bring up a third down, and we'll call it 3.
Also in there, number 34, Spencer Goodman. Tigers will have 3rd and 3. From the 6-yard line.
Mustangs hoping to get a stop here to give Conroe something to think
Crowd
about on
getting
4th
into
down.
it. Both sides here, Mark. Going to be straight up the middle handoff, hitting the backfield, and looks like he's going to gain about 1, maybe 1.5 there. So that's going to bring up a decision here. Going to be 4th down, and we'll call it 2 yards. So going to be interesting. Their kicking game has not been the solidest tonight, and looks like the Tigers coach has made his decision. Looks like he's going to go for it right here.
For the Tigers, ball spotted on the 5-yard line.
Probably going to take it down here. There's only 9 seconds to go on the play clock. Absolutely. They're going to take it down here and call a timeout. The Tigers are. And it's going to be a big play right here. It's going to get loud, going to get exciting.
That brings us to yet again another Deerwood Air Solutions timeout. Deerwood Air Solutions located at 38 Wilson Road. Call 24-7-281-852-2778 or look them up online at humbleacrepair.com. Deerwood Air Solutions. You call, we come, you're cool. Texan Live is also brought to you by Cerna Insurance Agency, located at 9232 Will Clayton Parkway. Purchasing a new home is complicated enough without having to worry about insurance. Go to CernaInsurance.com for more information. Cerna Insurance, we shop your rate so you don't have to.
From October 15th to October 24th. And give that pledge to www.celebratemybrand.com. 1 entry per email, address per day.
All right, so here we go. 4th and 2. Play action. Wants to throw the ball. They got good coverage out there. He's going to throw it back across the play. Picked off. Great job right there. Kingwood defense. Oh, that's got it.
There's that
Borderline late hit, but it wasn't called. So Kingwood will take the ball over. 1st and 10 on the 4-yard line.
There's that defense from the first half we were looking for. Great stop by the Mustangs, not only to prevent them from scoring, but to just take it flat out away from them.
Without a doubt, they believed that everybody would be playing the run because that's been their bread and butter, and they did the play action. And great job by the linebacker there to not come into the inside and stay with his release man there, the tight end, and had him covered. Quarterback tried to go his second read, and a pickoff there. So here we go. 10 seconds to go. So this will be the last play, barring a penalty. Handoff up the middle. Before he cuts it up. What a big run. Runs over some people. Holy cow. What a way to win it. What a way to finish up the third quarter here, Mark. What a big run right there.
Just pushed him out of his ways. Just get out of my way. He wanted to take that farther.
And that gets the Kings full restless rolling again here. Boy, we needed that. Offense did not have the ball hardly any time in the third quarter, but what a big final, we'll call it 10 seconds there, because that was a heck of a run right there.
And that will bring us at the end of the third quarter here. Kingwood Mustangs still clinging on to the lead. Now it's 27-23. This is Texan Live presented by Texan Drive.
Back to throw, throws it, number 11. Holy cow, what a game he's having tonight. Dvorak, he's had 3 big catches. And what a game he's having tonight, Mark.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that one that he had towards the end of the first half wasn't converted into points, but an amazing catch he had over the shoulder.
And Dvorak's just a junior here.
Hopefully bigger and more, better things to come.
Looks like Coach Campbell's going to call a timeout right there. That's a little surprising, but you know what? He didn't have the right offense in there. It's first down on the 49-yard line of the Tigers. Don't want to make a mistake right here, Mark. Way too big of a play, way too big of a possession right here. You know, Kingwood really needs to go down here and get a touchdown if all possible. Naturally, simple math can tell you up 27-23. A field goal would at least put you up by a touchdown. But earlier in the game, the Tigers went for a 2-point conversion and converted. So with a coach that doesn't have much on the line, 0-3 in the district, he very easily on the road could make a decision to go for 2. And, if they get it, then that would put Kingwood in a bad situation. So they need a solid possession here. It'd be nice to see some of, this 11 minutes and 25 seconds to tick off the clock, go down and get a touchdown, put themselves in a nice 11-point lead.
Absolutely. It was such a close game. Can't take any chances. Kingwood is still with 2 timeouts remaining, and the Tigers with only 1.
That's number 21, Griffin Lay. So
there he is running over guys again. Picking up another first down for Kingwood.
Lay there in the Wildcat formation. Took that direct snap. He's still in at quarterback right now, so we'll be interesting to see what he does here with the ball. Takes a snap. Going to go to the right side. They're not going to give away on this. They're going to keep chipping. And there you go. There's another 11 yards on it. So that's going to give the Mustangs another first down. So naturally you don't quit doing what's working. We'll see what Coach Campbell here does.
And we're starting to see why Campbell had called that timeout.
Looks like Graves is checked back in. Lay comes out. Looks like he may have got hit there in the midsection a little bit, but boy, after those 2 big plays, got the ball 1st and 10 here on the 20-yard line. Got Young in the backfield here with Graves. See what he does with the ball. Little play action, rolls out to the left. Got time, got 24 there. Let's see if he can get the ball there. Yes, he can. Touchdown, Mustangs. Holy cow, what a play. Great job of extending it with his feet and then throwing it downfield there.
What a catch to come back and see
Josh
that ball.
What a reception. Well, Mark, that's what I said we needed. Unfortunately, or I shouldn't say unfortunately, because you never say unfortunate after a touchdown, but it sure didn't take much time out of the 4th quarter here. We still got 10:40 to go. So a lot of football left. Garcia here to try to tack on the extra point to make it a 10-point game. And it is good, and that will make it 34-23. Mustangs, 11-point game now.
Now what a catch there. Just he read that one well. Saw the 2 defenders with their backs turned and just stepped forward and just took it right in between them and just stepped in for a touchdown. Tremendous catch, tremendous.
And what's more important is Graves knew he was going to take a shot there. The defense was barreling down on him, and I was scared he didn't see it. He was open a little earlier. Unfortunately, he was trying to get his feet planted where he could get enough on it, which as it turned out he needed because the defenders back there were closing fast. But great pass, great catch, and that's for sure what the Mustangs needed. So with 10:40 to go here in the 4th quarter, Mustangs 34, Tigers 23. just for clarification, Josh Gear with the touchdown reception there.
Here's 138. Number 1, David Carter. Number 3, Adrian Pratt. Number 8, Demarcus Jackson, please, for the Tigers. Varsity kick for the Mustangs.
Down right around the 25-yard line. He's going to fall forward to the 27, and that's where the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 here in the fourth quarter with 10:39 to go.
31, check that 26-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will take over.
In a battle of winless teams in district, Kingwood sure has retaken control of this game with an 11-point lead.
Ball spotted on the 27. And that's where the Tigers will have 1st and 10.
So here's a snap by Conroe, a quick throw to a receiver. He'll pick up about 3 or 4 yards.
Tigers pick up 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Back to throw here. Got a little pressure. Just going to throw that one away. Great defense there. Good coverage downfield. Didn't have anywhere to go with the ball, so, you know, he took the easy option and just threw it. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 now. 10:05 here to go in the fourth quarter.
From the 31-yard line.
Has a little time here, throws across the middle, busted coverage there. Not quite sure exactly who was supposed to be in it. There's a clip right there. Ball on the ground and Mustangs recover. Holy cow, what a big turn of events that was. After a busted coverage play, you know, he went for about 34 yards, but broke up there and Cooper recovered it.
Yeah, from here it looked like he had Josh Slayton beat. Josh Slayton stayed with him. Not only did he make the tackle, but he stripped the ball. Mustangs take over.
It's going to be a clip on the Tigers, so this one's going to be null and voided. They're going to take the ball right there, so the Mustangs going to take over right around the 29-yard line of their own field side. But wow, still, what a big play, Mark. Holy cow, there you go. And the fans just clarified it, so. Graves trotting back in here. 9:50 to go in your fourth quarter in ball game. Mustangs 34, Tigers 23. Mustangs ball, 1st and 10 from their own 29.
I would suspect that with an 11-point lead, the Mustangs will have a lot of running plays to try to tick this clock down a little more.
More than likely, that means then we're going to start airing it out right here, because that's probably what the defensive coordinators are thinking too. So be real curious to see how Coach Campbell, because he's got Graves here in the shotgun. And you're right, he hands off right there, and looks like he's going to lose about 4 yards on that particular play. Going to bring 2nd down and 14 here.
Mustangs are dropped for a 3-yard loss. It'll be 2nd 13.
Like Mark said, that is keeping that clock ticking. We're down to about 9:10. This ball will be snapped right around 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter and in the game.
Play clock down to 2.
Handoff. Big hole there. Got a good blocker up front. Breaks a couple tackles. Holy cow, Young. What a big run that was. Number 78 there was leading the way.
That was big, not only in the fact that the Kingwood gets a first down, but they run the ball and they keep that clock ticking.
Deflected right there. It was really good defense. And once again, DeVork almost come down with a circus sketch there. Unfortunately, he didn't. The ball hits the ground, so that'll bring up second down 10 for the Mustangs. 8:37 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the deflection, the bounce, and the second effort to go and try to grab it gave the fans a little hope there.
Yeah, as crazy as it is, that's kind of the night it's been.
But it has.
Hands off to Lay again, jumps over a tackle. He's going to pick up a solid 14 yards. Great run there. He got the edge again. Made sure that he burst on the speed there. Picked up the first down, and with 8:30 to go now in the fourth quarter, 1st and 10 Mustangs.
Conroe forced him out of bounds and stopping the clock at 8:30.
Pitch there to Young again. Got a couple blockers in front of him, and boy, he is running extremely hard tonight. Going to pick up 4 yards there. First contact was about a yard downfield, and, you know, he just really lowering the boom, lowering his shoulder and getting after it tonight. He's run really hard downhill in several plays, and then when he's needed to, Mark, seen him sit there and break, you know, and get that edge and then pick up some big yards that way. So strong running by him and Lay tonight.
Yes, he has.
Lay's now in the backfield here in the I-back position. So see what the play is here on a 2nd and 6. Graves takes the snap, hands off to Lay. He's going to be stopped for about a yard loss there. This is where that defense is starting to stack in the box, so it will be the cat and mouse game here. You know, be interesting to see what they do here on a 3rd and 7. You know, because we're down to 7:35 to go here in the fourth quarter, where they put the ball up in the air, and you know, there's no doubt that the Tigers are probably thinking run right here. So being real interesting to see what play we call here.
They're well aware of the Mustang strategy right now.
Got Young in the I-back formation here. Graves will take the ball under center. Little play action. He is wide open. Great catch here by number 35. Holy cow, what a first down, and down to the 14-yard line. And that was Brody Herbert on the catch. Brody Hebert, I apologize. Brody Hebert on the catch there. What a big play that was right there, Mark. And that's what I'm saying. They were stacked in the box. And,
absolutely.
You know, Coach Campbell at this point says, hey, we're not going to just run the ball up the middle and have to punt it down there to them. We're going to get that ball out there on the outside and, you know, mix it up. And, of course, the defense, there was nobody within 10 yards of him. And
based on the way the defense set up last time, they did well there with the play action.
Here we go again. Young in the backfield. Got Gould in motion. Going to run a sweep to the left side. Young straight ahead again. Going to pick up about 3, maybe 3.5 yards here. So now the clock at 6:35 here in the fourth quarter to go in the ball game. Still 34-23, but the Mustangs are clearly on a solid drive, and more importantly on a time possession drive here. When the snap of this ball takes place, Mark, there will only be about 6 minutes to go in the ball game here. So as we all know, if we could finish this off and get a touchdown, then it would make the game clearly look like one that Kingwood will take. So here we go again. We got Graves under center. Young in the backfield. He hands off. Power left. Got a blocker in front of him. Breaks a tackle. Hard running. That is how he's run all night long, and that's going to be another first down, Mark. You're going to take the ball down the 3-yard line. He broke 2 tackles there. I mean, what hard running Young has had tonight.
Yeah, Bert, and as much as the fans probably wanted to see a touchdown there, it's actually a good thing because now it makes it 1st and goal. The clock is still going, and they still have 4 chances to make something happen here.
5:48 to go here in the 4th quarter. Power eye backfield, straight ahead, handoff to Young. Yep, there is a flag on the play, so it'll be interesting. Going to be holding. I can already see him calling it out there, so this one's going to be called back. Going to bring up a 1st and 13.
Now back to Mustangs up 10. And we'll replay 1st down. It'll still be 1st and goal with the ball spotted on the 14-yard line.
He's going to back up and throw this ball. It's going to be an incomplete pass there. Second and goal from the 14-yard line here for the Mustangs. 5:33 to go here in the 4th quarter and in the game. Got to lay in the backfield. Graves gets under center here. Takes the snap. Going to throw the ball to number 11. Holy cow, that one was lucky to be picked off, Mark. That's the kind of thing. 5:20 to go in the game. That was a big play not to be intercepted for the Mustangs.
You know how as far back as the Mustangs are right now, the choice to go to the air is a little confusing to me because it's not keeping the clock running, and incomplete passes, it's not really making progress going.
Yeah, but that's one of them things. It goes back to the 3rd down player, though, Mark. If it's there, it's just in that particular case, it was not there. So that's a ball, he almost needs to just tuck under and run forward and pick up what he can because that very easily could have been picked off. Graves under center here would lay in the backfield. Another play action. Has time, has a man, and he catches it. What a catch right there. Holy cow.
Boy, I'm glad I stood corrected there.
And Gianavola, holy cow, that not only he's had big kickoff returns, but now he's seen that ball was going to be close to the back line. He adjusted his feet there on the back and made that catch, make sure he got a foot down, make sure he got possession of the ball, and that is so huge because that puts the Mustangs with 40, Tigers 23 with 5:21 to go. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. One play, could have been a pick. All of a sudden, the next play, touchdown. So how big is that for the Mustangs?
You're absolutely right, Bert, and that makes it a 3-score game with 5:21 to go. Mustangs indeed in command in this one. Play clock will run out. They'll take a delay of game.
It's going to be a 25-yard point after attempt now. Hold is down. Kick is up. And as Garcia has proved, what a big leg. That one would have, I guess that could have been a 50-yarder, Mark. I mean, this kid's got a big leg, and he's had to use it a lot tonight. And I know that's what the Kingwood offenses definitely wanted. They have come out here tonight, and, that 3rd quarter, same thing we talked about. It was a little scary there. You only had two possessions, and the second possession was with 10 seconds to go from the 3-yard line. But right off the bat, they, broke it to the outside there, which really, in my opinion, that set the tone for where we're at right now.
Absolutely. With 41 points by the Mustangs tonight, it really shows how much they've come leader in this game and trying to make a statement here. Conroe is going to have a tough last two games. They've got the Woodlands and Atascocita in their last two games, so it doesn't look good for them. Kingwood, on the other hand.
Kingwood's here next week, and they're going to get a little confidence from this game, so they're going to be 1-2 in district. And Kingwood and Atascocita, as everybody knows, that's a rival match. It doesn't matter if one team's 0 and whatever and the other team's 10 and 0. I mean, those two schools, it's the battle of the river, and they come to play. It's always that way, and seen some games go either way on that one. So, as I can imagine, Coach Stump and his crew at Atascocita, Coach Cramble and his crew here with the Kingwood Mustangs, they're going to come out with the attitude that either team can win that game. I can promise.
Absolutely.
Garcia to kick off. Ball for a fair catch, and he takes it at the 29-yard line. 5:21 to go here in the game. 41 Mustangs, 23 Tigers.
Tigers will have first and 10.
To play in the game. The Kingwood Mustangs up on the Conroe Tigers, 41-23. And here's a rollout from Atascocita. Tigers take it out of bounds. Pass midfield into Kingwood territory.
Going to pick up about 17 yards there. Tigers going to have first and 10 from the Mustangs 49-yard line with 4:38 to go here in the fourth quarter. Here, plenty of time, no real pressure at all. Quarterback's going to tuck it up, and he's going to pick up about 7 yards here. It's always hard, whether you're watching an NFL game, a college game, or in this case, a high school game, to watch prevent defense. And I know you have to be in it because it's prevent defense to not give up the big play. But right now, you look at the Tigers, they move the ball down the field, and this is where it's a bend, don't break type situation. They got the ball 2nd down and 3 from the 27-yard line. Quarterback back to throw, goes to his receiver. Going to catch that ball around the 20-yard line. That's going to give the Tigers a first down. He didn't get out of bounds on that particular play, so they will, once they spot the ball down, start the clock again.
Yeah, I think the Tiger coach would have liked to have seen him step out of bounds on that one.
Rolls out to his left, throws out to his... Another Tiger first down, and 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
I've been wondering if anybody can hear us, but it is great to see these fans so involved right now. As the fans go and the cheerleaders are going, Kingwood's really into this game. As they're trying to hold on to this game.
And Kingwood's going to take a timeout right there, because with 4 minutes to go in this game, if they score right here and make it 41 to 30, then it's just one of those things you want to see right now. The defense find a way to get to this quarterback, get to this running back, because they're 8 yards away from the end zone. So you now have that 12th man, if you want to call that, in play, because it's called the end zone, and that back line. So hopefully the Kingwood defense will stiffen up here like they have on several other possessions tonight. And they played a great ball game tonight, Mark. You can't really – you look at this drive here, and, you say the same thing, prevent defense. And so this is where they move the ball down the field. Now they've got to figure out where they're going to line up on each man and how they're going to stop them here. And if nothing else, make sure that they have to burn, 3 or 4 plays to get the ball into the end zone. So.
Yeah, and they still have a timeout to spare, as does Conroe.
Well, that's the other thing. Conroe's down to 1 timeout, and that's big. Mustangs, in this position, they don't really have to worry about their timeouts right now. But that's a good point, Mark. The Tigers only have 1 to go with 4 minutes to go in the ball game. It's going to be a handoff straight up the middle. And he's going to get in the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown.
The Tigers going to make this look a little more respectable right now. It's 29-41 with the extra point on the way, so an 11-point game. 3:55 to play in the game. And they're going to go for 2 here. Already successful in 1 attempt. Here's the Conroe quarterback, looking. Pressure applied.
Great job by the defense there.
They take him down in the backfield. Spencer Goodman once again.
Yeah, boy, he's been involved in several plays. What a big play that was right there. 41-29. So without doubt, you got to expect the onside kick here. I'm sure they got their hands team in right now. If they had more than 1 timeout, and we go back to that, the Tigers only have 1 timeout, then you probably wouldn't be thinking about it as much. Maybe you kick off 1 possession, try to hold them back in their territory. So it'd be real interesting to see what the Tigers do here. But with the way that they've done so far, the way the kicker's lining up there, it looks like more than likely they're going to go for the onside kick.
Yeah, it's clearly looking that way. Yeah, that's body language, the way he's faced. It should be evident. Kingwood should be prepared for this one.
Kingwood does have their hands team in here. Great job there. And Josh Geary's been all over the field. Had, in my opinion, the biggest play of the game. The run that he had right there at the end of the third quarter. I'm going to keep talking about it because I really believe at that point in time, Mustangs were gassed. Their defense has been on the field the entire third quarter except 1 possession in that last 10 seconds. And then how big a play was that right there? Make sure he fields the ball cleanly and give the Mustang the ball here, where the Tigers can realistically only stop at 1 time between now and the end of the game with a timeout. So
yeah, especially how far he was back to start off the drive.
Here we go. Graves underneath, Young in the backfield. Handoffs up front and to Gear. Getting ready, breaks a couple tackles. Gear's just running hard. Yep. You know, and he ran hard there. He ran through a couple tackles, but more importantly, and if you noticed it, he had both hands on the ball there, securing that ball. Because you can guarantee the Tigers right now, everybody on that team's trying to strip the ball because they know that is realistically the only thing they have in their favor that they could potentially try to come back and make this a ball game or win it.
And that was pretty evident, Bert, the way that they stood up and they didn't actually apply the tackle before the referees called it dead.
Hand off to Young this time.
There it again. There it is again, Bert. You're absolutely right. They're just trying to strip the ball from his hand.
And that Tigers are going to burn their last time out here. So with 3:03 to go in the game, Kingwood's going to have the ball third down. We'll call it 6 on the 45-yard line. So as you know, in high school football, if you go out of bounds, the clock stops. When you pick up a first down, the clock stops until the ref puts the ball back in play. So even though I've kind of feel like the Mustangs are in a good place right here, they still have to finish this game. 3 minutes in any football game is a long time, Mark.
That it is. That it is.
More importantly, they got to take care of the ball here on third down.
So that brings us to a Deerwood Air Solutions timeout. Deerwood Air Solutions located at 38 Wilson Road. Call 24-7-281-852-2778 or look them up online at humbleacrepair.com. That's Deerwood Air Solutions. You call, we come, you're cool.
And Kingwood did exactly what they're supposed to do there. They ran the ball straight up the middle. There's 34 seconds on the clock, 2:50 to go in the ball game. So this is going to take it down all the way to real close to 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the ball game. And I'm sure they'll run the clock all the way down here before they snap this ball. They do have a man back this punt, though. All the other ones, they had everybody up in the box. So by the lineup, they're still going to come after this one. There is no doubt about that. Snap it with 3 seconds. Gets the punt off. We'll let it roll around a little bit. Now we'll take it down to 2:08 to go in the ball game. Mustangs 41, Tigers 29. Hey, I want to bring something up here. Kingwood Phillies Dance Clinic 2014, Saturday, November 15th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Kingwood High School. Pre-K, 4 years through high school. $40 on or before November 7th. $45 after November 7th. T-shirt not guaranteed. 2014 Kingwood Phillies Dance Clinic, T-shirt, individual picture with the Phillies snack, and one-on-one attention from the national champion Kingwood Phillies. And I'm going to personally make a commitment here. Texan Live will make sure that every kid that shows up there for this clinic will get a T-shirt. So even though the Phillies don't know it, Texan Live is going to make sure that every kid that shows up there does get a T-shirt for this clinic. Please bring snack, lunch, and drink. And let me see here exactly where you can go. Abby Hawkins, Kingwood Phillies booster. And you can go to hawkinskingwood@gmail.com. That's hawkinskingwood@gmail.com. Or you can reach her at 281-788-9038. 281-788-9038. www.kingwoodphillies.net.
So 3rd and 3. going to the
Blitz
air once
coming.
again.
He did not see that coming. Ball on the ground. Be interesting to see who came up with it with only a minute 30 to go. Wow, what a big play that was right there. Kingwood has the ball. Connor Gregerson there, a junior. Wow, what a big hit. He's listed here as a tight end, but he came in as a blitzer there from the blind side, did exactly what he's supposed to do, ran through the quarterback. The ball was knocked out, and Kingwood came up with it. So with no timeout to go into Tigers, they'll probably go into what we love to see, victory formation.
Victory formation.
41 Mustangs, 29 Tigers. And I want to make sure I go back to this Kingwood Phillies deal. You can contact Abby at 281-788-9038. That's 281-788-9038. KingwoodPhillies.net. And Graves does exactly what he's supposed to do. Take a knee. He'll reset the clock here on 40. And that will take us down to about seconds to go in the ball game, so there'll probably be one more snap here, Mark, and take another knee. And your Mustangs 41, Tigers 29. That will be the last snap of the ball game.
And as you said before, Bert, this is a great victory for Kingwood as they will take their final two games against College Park and the Woodlands, two tough competitions, but great confidence booster to go into those games with this big victory today.
Absolutely. Let's go back over this one more time. Kingwood Phillies Dance Clinic, Saturday, November 15th. From 10 to 2 at Kingwood High School. It's pregame 4-year-old through high school. $40 on or before November 7th, $45 after November 7th. And like I said, Texan Live's made a commitment. I will get with Abby and make sure that every kid that shows up there does get a T-shirt. And this is a really, really neat deal. It's what the Phillies do. They've won national championships. You know, they've been on Texan Live several times. They've allowed us to come out and interview them a couple times, which is really a big deal because this is one of the first years they've really opened the doors to us, and it means a lot to me personally as the owner of Texan Live to know that our community is getting behind who we are, what we are, and it's a big deal. I'm glad to be part of our community. And don't forget, I have TexanDrive.com. We have over 1,500 vehicles to choose from, and we got a great staff up there. You can see Tom Huberty, Marvin Driver, Brian Bohannon, Brett Campbell, James Pierce, Joey Yost. I mean, I can go on, Zeke Moreno. I can go on and on and on. Greg Stegman. I mean, I've got a great staff of people that's been with me for a long time. They believe in the same values I do, so when you come in there, you do feel like a friend. And we're going to make mistakes from time to time, so please, if there ever is a problem, go to our website. My cell number's right there on me. Give me a call, and hopefully I can figure out how to get to the bottom of it and help you every way possible. Once again, we're going to go back out here to the field. Kingwood getting ready for their victory celebration here.
So that'll about do it here for Texan Live. So for the final time, as Kingwood does its alma mater song, the Mustangs come up with the first victory in district as they win 41-29 over the Conroe Tigers. For Bert Brocker, I am Mark M. Johnson. This is Texan Live, presented by Texan Drive. Have a good night, everyone.